Hi guys, welcome to Casey's Contemplation. Today I'm going to share how showing God how much faith you have in Him can end up benefiting you. So on September 29th, 2015, I was getting really stressed out about the amount of homework I had due the next day. I was at softball practice trying to contemplate how I'm going to finish it because right after softball I had soccer practice and then I wouldn't get home really late, and so I was just really freaking out about how I was going to accomplish my homework. Well, during softball practice, it started sprinkling, and before I knew it, it started storming. And I was so excited because I was like, yes, my soccer practice is going to get canceled, and I can finish on my homework, and it'll be great. So when I got home, I texted my soccer coach asking if our practice was still on. She texted back confused because it wasn't raining where my practice was held. Well, where I practice is 45 minutes away from my house. They didn't get rain, but we did. And so after hearing that, I started stressing out again. And then she tells me that even if it was raining, that we still wouldn't cancel practice because we had a huge tournament that weekend and we couldn't afford to miss a practice. And so here I am sitting here freaking out, thinking, what am I going to do? And after rushing through my homework for about half an hour, I thought, this is pointless. I'm never going to accomplish what I need to get done. And I thought, how could I fix this problem? And I came to the conclusion that I couldn't do anything about it. But I have a God that's possible of everything. And so the thought came across my mind to pray the rosary. And for those who don't know what the rosary is, in the Catholic Church, the rosary is a form of devotion in which you pray 5 decades of Hail Marys, followed by an Our Father and Glory Be. As I was sitting there thinking about praying the rosary, I was like, no, that'll take way too much time. Casey, that's 15 minutes you could be doing homework. But the more I kept doing my homework, I just felt the Holy Spirit keep pushing me to pray the rosary. And so I had a decision to make. One, I could continue doing my homework and try to get as much done as possible. Or two, I could stop doing my homework, take a huge leap of faith, pray the rosary, and sacrifice 15 and 20 minutes of my time to pray that God could help me out here. I looked at my kneeler across my room that God had just given me, and I thought, you know what, why not? Let's try it out. And so I leave my homework, I pick up my rosary, go to my kneeler, and I pray, God, look at me. I'm a mess right now. I have nothing under control. I have so much homework that I waited to the last minute to do, and I know it's my fault, but Lord, I need you. I know my coach already told me that we're having practice no matter what, but Lord, I have faith that you are capable of everything and can make it possible for my practice to somehow get canceled so I can finish my homework. Make it rain, Lord, there, just make it rain. Please, Mary, pray for rain. I begin my rosary, and I started praying that rosary differently than I usually do. I prayed it knowing that deep down I was so powerless and that the only thing that could help me was God to save me from the situation. I went back to my homework and I started working. And I kid you not, less than 5 minutes of getting back into my homework, a text came across my screen on my phone from my soccer coach and said, no practice, it's canceled. I couldn't believe it. I almost was in shock, and I looked at my phone to make sure she actually said that, and all my players on my team were commenting what are you talking about? It's not raining at my house and all of this stuff. And she said that where we practice, the complex closed their fields because the weather started acting up all of a sudden and they weren't calling for rain, but it's just started pouring down rain, and so now we can't practice. And she said, be ready to train hard on Thursday for our tournament. She was just saying how no matter what, we're not going to cancel practice because we need to train. And 20 minutes later, she says no practice because I just prayed that rosary in those 20 minutes, and I took that leap of faith with God. After being all excited about my practice being canceled, I got right back down on my kneeler and I started praying another rosary of Thanksgiving because without Mary's intercession, I would still be having soccer practice and wouldn't be able to accomplish my homework. But because of her, and because I took that leap of faith and prayed a rosary, I was able to accomplish all of my homework that I needed to get done for homework the next day. What I learned from this experience of mine is that if you just trust in the Lord and you show Him how much faith you have in Him, He will reward you. While I was thinking about that, the verse Matthew 21:22 came to my mind, and it says, "Whatever you ask for in prayer with faith, you will receive." So I challenge you guys to show God how much faith you have in Him and trust that He will come through, and He will. Thank you guys for watching.